Hi everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Whatever time it is in your country. Welcome to our personal branding masterclass for today. Please kindly introduce yourself in the comment section so that we can know you, we can know who you are, and we can know that you are here with us because I can see your comments. So make sure to introduce yourself in the comments. Let us know you, let us meet you. So, welcome everybody to our personal branding masterclass for today. I hope you're here with your book and pen. If you're not, I think you should hurry back now, go and get your book and pen because today's masterclass is going to be pumped, it's going to be packed, and we are going to learn a lot in terms of personal branding, in terms of monetizing your personal brand, in terms of attracting clients, in terms of becoming a global brand and attracting global opportunities as well. So if you're just joining us, like I said, welcome, welcome, welcome. So make sure leave a reaction in the comment section. Let me know that you are here with us. Leave a reaction in the comment section. Let me know that you are here with us. So I'm going to take a quick check-in for those that are here with us. I'm going to take a quick check-in like I always do. So my quick check-in is again, if you're giving an all express paid trip, or tell me one thing it is you want right now that if anybody gives to you, you'll be grateful. Right now, for me, if anybody gives me an all expense paid trip to Dubai for Christmas, I literally be grateful to that person. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what is one thing you would like. Eh, I think Favor did something to my network today because immediately she dropped that meme on the group chat. My network suddenly disappeared. But yeah, we are here now. Please, if you're commenting, let me know because I don't think I can see anybody's comment right now. Please leave a comment. Let me know that you're all here because I can see how many you are, but I can see a comment so that I can also interact with your comments as well. Oh, you can't hear? Oh, so I heard somebody's please let me know if you can hear me. Please give a reaction in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think it was probably the network issues or something. Or if you can hear me, please let me know. Leave a description, an emoji or a reaction in the comments so I know that you can hear me as well. Please let me know if you can hear me in the comments. But now that we are back, we are just going to jump straight right into our personal branding masterclass for today. So, like I said earlier, today is going to be fully packed with a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, and I'm going to be answering all of the questions you guys asked, most especially in the form. A lot of people ask questions regarding visibility, regarding how to attract clients, regarding how to find clarity, and how to build a personal brand, how to um, gain clients as well. So all of the questions you all asked while filling the form, I am going to be taking all of those questions as well. So yeah, please leave a comment. Let me know if I can see your comment or I probably cannot see your comment at all because right now I can't see your comment. I can only see the number of people that are currently on this live with us right now. So if you're here, please leave a comment so I'll know if I can see your comment as well. All right. So while I'm still waiting for your comments to pop up on my end, I'm going to just get right into our first session for this personal branding masterclass. So our first session today is going to be talking about building a profitable personal brand, or rather, building a personal brand that positions you to attract global opportunity. For those that did not attend our session or LinkedIn profile optimization, that session was not recorded. Sadly, it was not recorded. I thought I added like an AI tool to record it, but sadly, it was not recorded. So I'm just going to do a very brief recap on how to optimize your profile. Then we'll get right into positioning your personal brand. Because if you do not optimize your profile, you probably would not be able to optimize, or rather position your personal brand. So when it comes to optimizing your profile, you need to position your profile for clarity, meaning that have one goal you want to achieve with your profile and make sure your profile is optimized for that one goal that you want to achieve. For example, case study, you are a social media manager or you are a founder and you have a goal, you have a website, you have like a startup that you are building, and your ultimate goal is to drive users and get is to get users and drive users to your startup. That's practically your main goal. So, what you need to do is to make sure that your profile is positioned as somebody that is a founder, that has a website, that has a startup he or she is trying to drive users to, and you have a call to action. So, in the category of how your profile is positioned, your profile is going to be positioned as a converting funnel, not a lead magnet. I'm sure you've heard this around a lot of times that your profile is a lead magnet. No, your profile is not a lead magnet. Your profile is a converting funnel. So you would need to optimize your LinkedIn profile to be able to convert every single user that you have in mind, that are your target audience, so that they can actually convert to paid users for your website or whatever startup it is you're building. Your banner needs to be positioned as an action word to the outcome you want your users to get when they either sign up or pay for the services on your website. And two, your headline needs to be positioned for the audience you're targeting, explaining who you are, and also highlighting the social proof of how many users you already have, how long did it take you to build your MVP, and all of the things that you know that provides credibility for you as a startup founder. Now, your about section is where you have to tell us the story of how you have been building this website or this startup. Who were you before you started building the startup? What was the story behind you building this startup currently? So these are all the things you have to put together in a storytelling format in your about section. Now, when you're done with that, you have to include the link to your website on your feature section because that's like your marketplace. I'm only going through this only for those that do not attend our LinkedIn profile optimization session, so that whatever you learn today, it doesn't sound difficult, or it's not difficult for you to implement, because without an optimized profile, no matter what you learn here today, you will feel like it's not working. That's because your profile is what is going to convert whatever content you're putting out, whatever positioning you're putting out, whatever perception you're putting out in terms of your personal brand. If your profile is not optimized enough, it is not going to convert. So you would definitely need to optimize your profile to make sure that whatever effort you are putting in or whatever you've learned today and you're trying to implement, your profile is good enough and positioned enough to convert it. So let's get right into the interesting tea for today. And again, I don't know why I can't see anybody's comments. I really don't know why I can't see anybody's comment. But anyways, if you guys are dropping comments, please go to the group chat and let me know if you are dropping comments or I'm the one that is not seeing your comment. Please go and respond on the group chat so I can see it. Okay. So moving forward, when it comes to positioning your personal brand, there is a framework to how you can position your personal brand. One, you need to identify the goal of your personal brand. I made a content today regarding this, and this is one of the things where if you do not identify the goal of your personal brand, there is no. Oh, you guys are commenting. So how can't I see your comments? Oh wow. I can't see your comments. I probably cannot even interact with what you guys are saying in the comment section right now. I really cannot see anybody's comments. I can't see anybody's comments right now. But okay, I'll try to just answer questions from what we already have, from what you guys filled in the form. But I can't see anybody's comments. Questions from what we already. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to use my phone. So I'm going to use my phone to like watch myself and also see you guys comment. So yeah, that's what is going to happen. So I can also interact with you guys I use as well. So yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome Vivian. Welcome David, welcome. Favor that made my network not to start on time today. But yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome Christiana. Welcome Cecilia. Welcome Belize. Belize is actually from Italy. I met her from LinkedIn. Welcome, Wura. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, everybody for joining today. So let's get right into the business of today before everybody starts getting tired because we're going to be here for at least an hour or an hour 30 minutes. So get your pen and paper. I'm about to teach you guys the framework I use to position myself for global opportunities and the same frameworks I've used for my clients. And I just want you guys to know right now that no matter the amount of followers you have on LinkedIn, I've said it a million times. Your followers count do not equate to your value count. It doesn't. It doesn't work like that, especially for LinkedIn. It could work like that for other social media platforms, but the LinkedIn that I live on every day, it doesn't work like that. And again, in general terms, it doesn't work like that for your personal brand. The value you have to offer supersedes your follower count because I just have 6,000 followers on LinkedIn. But I've been able to attract opportunities that will sound unbelievable to people. They're like, what do you mean? You only have 6,000 followers on LinkedIn. That's because I have understood the fact that your value will always supersede your follower count. So if you're here and you feel like this class is not really for you because you don't have 10,000 followers or you don't have 20,000 followers or you don't even have 5,000 followers at all on any social media platform at all, especially LinkedIn, welcome. This place is actually for you because you do not need a lot of followers. The last client that I managed her personal brand in terms of done with you, she did not even have up to 1,000 followers. She just had 800 followers. And I made sure to state out her goals. What do you want to achieve? She's actually the company employee of Mainstack, the Mainstack that everybody knows, right? Yeah. I helped her manage her personal brand. And she was like, Stella, can we do this? I just have 800. In fact, I even told her to remove some of the connections she has because she has not posted on LinkedIn for like 4 years. So imagine all of those 800 followers she has are probably dormant people. So she removed them and we started all over. I think from 700, that's where we started from. And between 700 to 1,000 followers that we hit in about 30 days, she has gotten speaking engagements. She has gotten a job offer, her engagement has improved. All of this happened still under 1,000 followers. So if you think your follower count is an equation to your the opportunities you get or the visibility you get, it doesn't work that way because your value will always supersede visibility. I'm saying this because I am a living proof. My clients are living proof. It's not just a word of mouth or I watched it on YouTube or I heard it on the podcast. No, it's literally things that happen and things that I've seen happen. Your value will always supersede your follower count. So yeah, your follower count does not matter in this place. It doesn't. Whether you have 300 followers, 400 followers, even though you just opened your LinkedIn account today, you still need to be in this class because this is the place for you. So yeah, please get your pen and your book. We are about to start now. So yeah, what you need to understand when it comes to positioning your personal brand is that without a goal, you cannot achieve anything with your personal brand. You need a goal because how the framework is positioned is such that when you have a goal, your goal will give you clarity. And when you have clarity, you'll be able to position yourself. And when you are able to position yourself, you'll be able to drive the perception of people because your personal brand is what drives perception. Perception is perceived value. So without a goal, without you knowing what you want for yourself, there is no how you can give clarity to other people that do not even know who you are. And when you're not able to give clarity to other people, you cannot even position yourself for the opportunity you want to attract. And without that, you would not have the aligned perceived value that you want. Because 80% of the people that filled this form regarding this personal branding masterclass, most people said, oh, I want visibility. I want to be positioned as an authority in my career in the media space, as a UI UX designer, as a founder trying to get users for my startup. Everybody wants global opportunity. You know what you want, right? So knowing what you want is the first step when it comes to positioning your personal brand. Because without knowing what you want, how would you attract what you want? When you don't know what you want, you will literally attract anything and everything. The things you want, the things you don't want, and you'll be worried why you're not getting the six-figure clients you want, you're not getting the speaking engagement that you deserve, you're not getting the recognition and the awards that you know you deserve. That's because you don't even have a goal. You don't know why you're showing up. You're literally just posting content because everybody says show up consistently to build your personal brand. And you think showing up consistently means just posting content and marking attendance on social media. I post today. Okay, that's fine. No, it's beyond that. You need a positioning framework, right? So now using this framework, identify your goal. When you identify your goal, you get clarity from your goal. Case study. Like, let me use myself as a founder. I am the founder of Estelle, and like we all know, Estelle is an edtech platform that where we are providing education of personal branding. So, as much as I am giving you all this free information of personal branding and have to bring people together to do that, I would not have to do this again. I don't even think I'm going to host cohort or master classes like that, except it's like a paid exclusive community. But then I would not be doing this anymore because I have decided to transition all of this knowledge I have into courses on Estelle. That's pretty much what we are building. And before the end of this masterclass, I'll let you guys know more on what we are building with Estelle. So now when it comes to positioning your personal brand, let me use myself as a case study so it can be easy for you to understand how positioning works. My goal right now as a founder is to get users and onboard users on Estelle, paid users, not just people that want to use our features and give us feedback. I need paid users because when you pay for things, you would be liable to say, oh, why is this not working? I expected this to be better. You would give feedback because now your money is involved. That is my goal right now. What is the clarity I am going to be accustomed to regarding this goal? It's very clear that I am a founder. My identity is going to be very clear. I'm a founder. I'm building an edtech startup. I have a goal to drive paid users to my community. You can see how it works. So my goal has made my identity very clear. If I was still in the era of being a social media strategist that is looking for a job as a social media manager, my goal would be to get jobs as a social media manager, which was the initial goal I had in the first 90 days I came on LinkedIn. And I clocked that goal because that was the only goal I had. My initial goal as a social media strategist was to get a job in 90 days. And I got a six-figure job in 90 days of showing up on LinkedIn because the goal was clear. And because the goal was clear, I positioned myself as a social media manager. My identity was clear in relation to the goal. But right now, I can't do the same. Why? Because my goal has shifted. If I show up the same way I have been showing up as a social media strategist, it would not allow me to achieve that goal as driving users to my startup. And at the end of the day, I'll be wondering why people are not asking my startup to register for grants, or people are not referring us to get VC funding, or people are not calling me a founder of a global startup, not just a personal brand strategist or a freelancer or a remote worker. You can see everything starts from your goal. If your goal is not aligned, if you cannot identify your goal, every other funnel when it comes to positioning your personal brand would be turned upside down. I hope you get that. So everything starts from your goal. Your goal needs to be clear because I just explained to you the difference between me having the goal of being a social media strategist and me right now having the goal of being a founder. You can see that my positioning are different. When I was a social media strategist, my goal was simply to get a remote paying job in six figures, right? Because of that, my identity was as crystal clear as any content I am posting, anything you hear me say, any conversation I'm having with anybody, offline, online, whatever speaking engagement I'm getting, I'm making sure that that identity is tied to me being a social media strategist. Then I'll prefer people calling me a social media strategist because that was my goal. My goal is aligned to my identity of being a social media strategist. Then after my goal, after my clarifying my identity, the next thing in that funnel of positioning is actually my positioning every single thing that I have inclined already. My goal, identifying my being clear of my identity, and my positioning that my perceived value. You see how it works. So if you do not have a goal, you will keep building your personal brand and probably keep paying personal brand strategies to help you build your personal brand, and you'll be wondering why you're not getting the results you want, which is totally not anybody's fault, but it still comes down to you as a person, because your personal brand is your story. Your personal brand strategies can only do so much, but you as a person, you know what you want to achieve. You know this is what you want for yourself. You know in the space of 30 days, oh, I want to be on Forbes list. You can have that as your goal, and it's very achievable. I mean, I've seen people build their personal brand solely on LinkedIn, and they got featured on Forbes list just because they built their personal brand on LinkedIn. So being featured on Forbes list might be your goal. Now you know that when you have that kind of goal, you cannot show up on LinkedIn either through commenting or creating content without thinking at the back of your head that, what if the editors on Forbes see my content? Would they see me as somebody valuable enough to be on Forbes? That's when um you are going to drive that perceived value, because your positioning, the end goal of your positioning is perceived value. Everybody perceives you. I've had people tell me at some point that I think when I started my personal brand, I post my wins a lot on LinkedIn, because at that time I was trying to motivate people that, oh, LinkedIn is not, people are not lying on LinkedIn and all of that, but I didn't know that some people were perceiving my wins as me bragging. I've had somebody tell me that I was intimidating. That's why the person, I don't want to mention if it's a he or she, does not like commenting on my post or see my post, that he or she feels intimidated whenever I post content, and I stopped. I don't even think I've posted much of my wins recently. I don't do it anymore, right? But then everybody has a perception of you. Whether you choose to show up online, whether you choose to build your personal brand, whether you choose to position yourself as an authority or not, everybody has a perception of you. So because you know there is something called personal branding, you now have the unfair advantage to actually help everyone to have this position perceived value of you, that if you know Stella Nwosu right now, you would know that she's a founder. If you had known me 5 months ago, you probably would have known me as a social media strategist. So that is the power of positioning. It helps people shape your perceived value. And because perceived value works a lot when it comes to personal branding, that is, it also drives the kind of opportunity you get. It will also drive the kind of clients you get. It will also drive the kind of um networking you are also going to get with your personal brand, because there are some people you would meet and you feel like, oh, this person seems more aligned, this person seems well put together. That's positioning. And for you as the person on the other end, that's the perceived value you're getting from the person's personal brand. It literally works. It works all the time. So I'm going to take this again because we're almost 30 minutes down to this class, and I've only talked about the first part, which is positioning your personal brand. I literally had to put this framework down. It's beyond this, but this is like the simplest way I can compress positioning your personal brand in this short time that we're going to spend together. Positioning your personal brand, this four framework. Four. Let me take it again so you can take it down. And I think this call is recorded. So yeah, I would send this call to everybody after the class. Identify your goal. If you're not getting clients on LinkedIn, I'm not saying this to um make it sound like, oh, there's like a trick or there's a special strategy. There is nothing. There is a strategy attached to it, but every strategy starts with a framework, and I'm giving you the framework. If you're not getting clients on LinkedIn, if you're not getting speaking engagements, if you're not getting the perceived value that you want, if you're not getting, if you're trying to network with top creators or top people and they are not giving you the attention that you want, that means that your positioning is not up to the standard that they want. If you're not getting award recognition, if you're not getting brand deals, which I feel all these things I mentioned are like the basis of what every single person wants to achieve with their personal brand, aside getting high paid clients and being visible, right? These are all these ones I mentioned are inclined to money. If you're not getting all of these, it's because of one thing: you as a person, because your personal brand is you. Your personal brand is not the LinkedIn algorithm. Your personal brand is not the engagement that you're trying to build. No, your personal brand is you. It's because you as a person, you don't even know who you are. You don't know what you stand for. You don't have your goals. You don't have your values. You don't have your ethics. That's why I say positioning is a law, but I'm trying to compress this in such a way that you'll be able to understand and implement it after this class. And it doesn't feel like I'm giving you so much information and you're wondering, where do I start from? Because it's a lot. Personal branding is a lot. It's not as simple as what we are posting as content on LinkedIn. It's beyond that. It's way, way beyond that. So to explain this framework for you in such a way that you understand, this is a four-line framework when it comes to positioning your personal brand to attract global opportunities. And I'm saying this because I have had Google um, employees from New York reach out to me. And the first thing he said was, Stella, I don't think I can afford you. I'm like, excuse me, sir. He said, what? You're literally not in Nigeria. So that's like the first things first. Our currency are not the same. So I don't know how much you think I'm going to charge you for you to think you can't afford me. That's not possible. Exactly. That's what positioning will get to you. So for somebody of that caliber, that I know Google salary is not less than $250,000 in a year, is telling me he cannot afford me that is in Nigeria. That's impossible, right? But then your positioning can only get you that perceived value from a top client like that only if you have a goal and you have clarity. But if you're showing up confused, if you're showing up today and you don't even know what you're saying, you don't people cannot say, okay, this is who Stella is, and this is what Stella can do, this is what Stella cannot do, this is where you can find Stella, this is where you cannot find Stella, or Stella is not this kind of person. If people cannot sit down and write your autobiography for you, just off of your LinkedIn content, then you are not positioning right. Because I almost want to say I mistakenly attended LinkedIn local events. I do not want to attend, but I only attended because I wanted to support a friend that was winning an award. So I came at the end of the event, right? And I met someone. And the moment she met me, the first thing she said was that she called someone else that was my close friend. And I was surprised because I really was not engaging on this person's content. But how did she know that we are close? Perceived value. Two, this girl also mentioned that because she was trying to introduce me to her friend. And she mentioned that, oh, Stella is this person that had the very first LinkedIn half that we had in Nigeria during that time. Ashim Bronson, one of the top creators, Yasmin Lalik, we had living like together, and she's someone that's so bold, someone that's so confident. And I was so amazed because am I all that? Am I the person this girl is describing? And when I go home, it got me thinking because everything she described me as in my presence to someone else was as a result of the positioning that I had done with my personal brand. And she was not wrong, not even a word. She did not miss one word. Every single thing she said was accurately how I want people to see me. Every single is, was, day, and then, she said, was exactly how I wanted to be perceived by people both online and offline. And I finally met someone that has known me online for the past 7 months, and the person is describing me the exact same way I want to be described. And that's like, I finally have cracked this positioning thing. So again, identify your goal. Yeah. Let your identity provide clarity. Your goal cannot be that you want to attract users for your startup as a founder, and then you're positioning as something else that is not relating to your goal. That's contradicting. I call it identity crisis. You cannot have identity crisis if you're a graphic designer and you know that your goal right now is to land, say, a remote job with a foreign company. You definitely have to show up like somebody that can work in a foreign environment, because these companies are always looking out for people to recruit. So you need to show up as that. So your goal will help you show up with clarity. Without a goal, you cannot show up with clarity. You cannot bypass the framework. Is That's how the framework is. When you identify, when you show up, identify yourself, and you have clarity relating to your goal, then the next thing is your positioning. Now, your positioning in this term relates to your content, relates to your content pillars, relates to your profile, relates to how you show up, relates to how you speak, also relates to how you comment and how you interact with other people. All of these things I've said right now is inside the funnel of positioning. Your goal is what you want to achieve. Your clarity is how you want to show up regarding your identity. Your positioning is your content pillar, your content funnel, how your profile is positioned, how you are going to be DMing people, how you're going to sound, probably building your persona and making sure that anybody that knows who you are knows that this is what you are here for. Positioning matters a lot. After positioning is perceived value, You need to let people know how they want to perceive you. Do they want to perceive you as a newbie that is just starting out in her graphic design career? Do they want to perceive you as somebody that knows her worth? Do they want to perceive you as somebody that can handle a six-figure client? Because honestly, I have seen the positioning of some people on LinkedIn. I'm going to bring this down to LinkedIn, and I can tell you for a fact that I won't be surprised if this set of people would probably have been on LinkedIn for the past 1 year and have not landed a six-figure client, because I can tell. When I see how you show up, when I see how your content is written, when I see how you position your profile, I can tell you for the fact that you cannot attract a six-figure client like this, because money does not grow on trees. These clients that you feel like you want to attract, they also want to get value for their money, and they want to be sure that you're going to deliver that value. And 9 out of 10 times, these clients will not come to you to ask you for your portfolio. They 100% will judge you by your positioning. They will not. I don't think clients on LinkedIn have that, because nobody have ever asked me for my portfolio or my CV or show me a testimonial. Nobody has ever asked me for that. And for my friends that I know as well, nobody has ever asked them for that. It's always straight to the point. So think about how a client that will just see your content and see your profile, and automatically they have this 100% conviction that you are worth their money. That's what positioning can do for you. So if you're not getting the clients, I am saying this again, is because your positioning is not right. So take your time out after this personal brand class, use this framework and try to fit in the answers to all of this framework that I've given to you, so that you can be able to fix your positioning. Because if you fix your positioning, I bet you have fixed 80% problems regarding your building your personal brand. You have fixed 80% of whatever problem it is you think you have when it comes to building your personal brand. So you need to fix your positioning. Your positioning is every single thing. Your positioning will determine if you're going to attract premium clients. Your positioning will determine how people will perceive you. Oh, would I want to work with this person? Or is this person worth my money? Or is this person even worth my collaboration? Because creators collaborate a lot. Creators collaborate a lot. So your perceived value and your positioning is very, very important, because without that, you are missing a lot. This is not the era of, oh, I'm very good at my craft, I do a lot of good work in my office, I don't need to build my personal brand. No, baby, you need to build your personal brand. You really, really need to build your personal brand, because without building your personal brand, say something happens to your work, because there is no job safety anymore. What happens? You start all over again, or you start telling everybody what you're good at, whereas you had the opportunities to build your personal brand and document your journey and tell your story. So now that we have spent the past 30 minutes talking about positioning, I hope everybody understands. I hope everybody understands how positioning works. 80% of the time, clients dwell more when it comes to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. I don't even think it's a LinkedIn thing. It's a general perception of personal branding. People dwell more on perceived value. Have you not seen creators that you're wondering how is this person that does not have so much value to offer? Probably you've worked with the person before, or you know the person personally, and the person is racking up four-figure brand deals in dollars. The person is getting awards, the person is getting opportunities, and you that you know you are of better value and knowledgeable than this person, you're not getting anything, and you're wondering the difference. It's positioning. Positioning is the difference. So you need to step out of your comfort zone. Let the world know how good you are. Put your work out there. Position yourself, because without positioning, I don't think any other thing I'm going to say on this personal branding masterclass is going to be of any effect to your personal brand. That's why I'm taking my time so much to spend this first 30 minutes talking about personal branding. Because if I start talking about monetizing your personal brand, how would you monetize your personal brand when you've not locked in your positioning? Nobody's going to hand you their money. Not even if it's 10,000 naira. Nobody will hand you their money if they don't feel that perceived value that you are worth it, and they'll get value for their money. That's perceived value. Let me give you an example of what perceived value can do to you. Today, I had a client call, and initially, when I started my journey in marketing, from being a social media strategist to being a personal brand strategist, the first salary I ever received as a social media strategist was earning 150,000 naira a month. It was a remote job actually. And today, I just literally had a client call of almost 150,000 naira again. And you know why? When the person reached out to me based on referral, she was like, oh, she needed somebody to write her LinkedIn content based on volunteer and stuff. And I sent her my LinkedIn profile and she looked at my LinkedIn profile and she came back to me. She's like, oh, Stella, I don't think we can make you a volunteer. We definitely have to pay for your time. Please, how can you be on the same, compromise your budget for us? Did I say anything? I did not send her client testimonial. I did not even give her my portfolio. I did not send her any budget. The only thing I gave to her was my LinkedIn profile. And she went to my LinkedIn profile and came back a different person. Because initially she thought she was meeting somebody that is probably just starting out or probably looking for a job or something. But when she landed on my LinkedIn profile and came back, her ideology changed because the percent value for my profile is not something you can deny. Again, your follower count will not matter in that sense because all of the content you're putting out, people are seeing it. Everybody's looking at it. They might not engage, but those 1,000 impressions you're getting, those are people. So perceived value says a lot to kind of the clients you attract. And if you're attracting clients and you're not getting the high ticket clients that you want for your personal brands, it's because you have not locked in that premium position yet. Because honestly, clients have money to pay. People are out there collecting $3,000 or $300 rather for a 60 minutes personal branding call. 60 minutes. I ain't joking. 60 minutes. And you think somebody cannot pay you $3,300 a month to manage their personal brand, or somebody cannot pay you $2,000 a month as a social media manager? They can. But the thing is, are you what it is your positioning? What's that amount of money? Because again, perceived value supersedes everything. So I think I've said a lot regarding this positioning, and I sincerely hope that when we are done and we are back on the group chat, everybody would understand how positioning works and how the framework is going. So again, this is the last time I'm going to repeat this framework so that you would understand. If anyone wants to give us raw cash, identify your goal, identify your identity clarity, also identify your positioning. Positioning in this sense, I mean your content pillar, your content profile, your content funnel, your profile optimization. Then also position your perceived value, how you show up. Do you want to be perceived as a premium person, as an average person, the kind of clients you want to attract? That is where your audience fall in perceived value. Exactly. So I've said a lot regarding positioning your personal brand to attract global opportunity. So let's get into the parts where we monetize our personal brand. Then after the monetization, we move into visibility. So if you're just joining us now, I don't. Hopefully, this call is recorded. I'm really fingers crossed this call is recorded so that people don't come to my DM and ask me, "Oh, Stella, I did not attend the class. Please, can I get a recording?" Fingers crossed, this call is recorded. If not, people, please send a reminder to everybody on the group. Let them join this call. I cannot guarantee if this call is recorded, but again, hopefully it is. But if it's not recorded, before the end of this class, I'm going to introduce everybody to my to our startup that we're building currently. And we are currently giving 5% discount sales on our courses of personal branding. So every single thing I have said right now, you would get them on the Estelle website for 5% off, and you can have access to me one-on-one. So you pretty much would not lose anything if you end up paying for the courses on our Estelle website. I would send it to the group so that Favor can put it down here. So moving on, how do you monetize your personal brand? So monetization is something that people don't realize that your personal brand can give you. And when I say monetizing is different from the skills and services you offer. That's different. If you're a founder, if you are a CEO, if you're a company employee, if you're a creator, you definitely fall under the category of people that have either a skill to offer, a service to offer. Again, you can only be under these two categories. Either you're someone that offers a skills, or you're a founder, a CEO that offers services. Monetization of your personal brand is going to be outside of this category, which is your primary source of income, your skills and your services that you offer. Now, monetizing your personal brand, I call it being paid for existing. Imagine a client paying me 150,000 naira for a 60 minutes strategy session. I mean, for an average Nigeria, that's a lot of money. Because if you're going to spend 30 days to earn that money, putting in so much hard work, As an employee, imagine earning that just speaking to somebody, sharing the knowledge that you have, sharing the value that you have for 60 minutes, and you're earning that kind of money. I call it just being paid for existing. That's the soft life money that we are talking about when it comes to personal branding, because your personal branding can earn you a whole lot of money that you do not even imagine. Because since I started my personal brand, I had only one source of income, which was my job, my skills as a social media strategist, aside the services I offer as a personal brand strategist. But I've had people and clients come to me for different reasons. I think I've literally had someone pay me for content ideas. I'm like, so all of the content I have been putting out on how to generate content ideas, you still don't want to generate content ideas yourself. You prefer to pay me to write you a 30-day content idea plan. Monetizing your personal brand is the sweetest thing that can ever happen to you when you actually start building your personal brand, because you realize that you as a person, your story and your experience is something that the world is waiting to hear. And if you can just show up, build your personal brand, position yourself, the world will actually the world will actually pay you for the experiences you had. Because I have not even told half of my story, because I realized that I prefer talking than writing. So more of next year, I'm going to be moving into creating video content on Instagram before I move over to TikTok. Every single thing that has to do with your personal brand starts with your story. So if you're a founder, put out more of your story, because you'll be surprised that people would pay you just because of the experiences you've had. Again, when it comes to monetizing your personal brand, there's something called understand using your unfair advantage. I'm sure most of us that have been on LinkedIn for longest of time, we must have heard of this term unfair advantage. But let me explain to you what using your unfair advantage means, and how you can use your unfair advantage to monetize your personal brand in the simplest way ever. First of all, what unfair advantage means is that the identity that you have before this current skill that you have right now, that is your unfair advantage. Your unfair advantage is your story. I'll give an example because I like giving case studies so that it doesn't feel like I'm speaking a lot of English and you don't understand. You cannot break it down to your current reality. You feel like it's just coming from my perspective because I'm a personal brand strategist and I already understand how it works. But let me break it down for you. As a newbie, as anybody, everybody has an unfair advantage. But the thing is, you probably might not even know how to identify your unfair advantage. So this is how it works. As somebody that is just probably you just it doesn't have to be a career you just started. It doesn't have to be a skill you just started. It could be that you're currently 5 year or 10 years down into your skill and expertise, probably as a founder or as a CEO or as a freelancer or as a company employee, whatever category you fall in. Who you were before the start of that journey, that is your unfair advantage. Case study: I was a social media manager, a marketing manager, a social media strategist before I became a personal brand strategist and now a founder. You can see that I have 4 levels of unfair advantage before becoming a founder. So every single thing I'm teaching you right now is not just from the experience I have of being a personal brand strategist, but it's also the experience I have of being a social media strategist, because I know how to use social media in terms of driving sales revenue and getting clients and getting visibility as well. That is my fair advantage. There is somebody that is also a personal brand strategist, and he has over 10 years of experience as a copywriter. His unfair advantage is the experience he has as being a copywriter. Definitely, you will know that this person's content is going to be you know that this person's content is going to carry a lot more of their experiences as a copywriter. And again, everything has to do with content writing. That's his unfair advantage. It could be that your unfair advantage, even before becoming a founder, is that you were a company employee in a certain company. Bring that story to who you are right now. That is your unfair advantage. You might be wondering, oh, Stella, what if my story or experience before who I am right now does not relate to what I'm doing? That's impossible. That's very much impossible, because that's where positioning comes in. You might not want to bring in all of the stories that you had before your current identity that you have right now, but there is always a story you can infuse to give your positioning more credibility. I'm also a forex trader, but I have never ever posted a content about me being a forex trader because I have not gotten to that part yet. Because when I get to that part, me talking about myself being a forex trader would also be an unfair advantage, because I'm going to divert more into getting talking about using your personal brand to attract international clients. Exactly, that can pay you not just for the skills you have, but the skills that you've also acquired along your journey. Again, unfair advantage. Now, this is how you can infuse your unfair advantage when it comes to monetizing your personal brand. So, like I said, clients are going to pay you for different reasons. And the different reason is a reason that is not even aligned to your skills and your services, meaning that it's not going to be aligned to the primary skill you have and the primary service that you offer. Clients will pay you for so many different things just because they just want to talk to you one on one, or they just want to have access to you, or they probably just want to work with you. Exactly. So that is why your story matters. Because I've had somebody come to me, I can't remember for the past 5 months, I've not made a content regarding being a social media strategist, but I've had a company reach out to me to train their employee on social media strategy. Why? Because of my story, not because of my positioning. You can see how monetization works with your advantage and your story. Your story will always be your unfair advantage. You might feel like, oh, this story is not important. It does not incline to my building my personal brand. It does not incline to your positioning. The use of your unfair advantage, that's your story, is in regards to your monetization. It's not for your positioning. Your unfair advantage is for your monetization. Because I'm going to use somebody as an example. Yeah, I know this person more of a VA. In fact, I'm a community manager. Yes, I know her more as a VA than a community manager. But I have seen her get more gigs as a community manager only because she has constantly told the story of her managing people's community, which is not even her primary skill. Do you see how monetization works with your story? That's why I said monetization when it comes to personal branding is simply getting paid for existing, because the way you get paid for existing is telling your story, and your story is your existence, your personal experience. People will pay you for that. Exactly. And this is different from your original source of income, of building your personal brand to attract global opportunities. This is your story, and your fair advantage comes in regards to monetizing your personal brand. Again, that soft life you want, that recognition you want, that speaking engagement you want, that recognition and award you want, it will come from your story. Your clients will come from your positioning. Your monetization will come from your fair advantage. Your story, your visibility will come from your story. I hope this call is recorded so that everybody can go over this call again, because I'm trying to infuse and compress all of this information in such a way that everybody understands without having to jam their heads together. I think I saw somebody ask on the group that, is this call recorded? Fingers crossed. I hope this call is recorded, because why I used this streaming platform to like host this course is just so that it is recorded and people can have access to it after the class. So again, when it comes to monetizing your personal brand, you need to use your story. Your story would pay you so much than you can ever imagine. Your story is what will get you that unhinged money that is attached to building your personal brand that you can never imagine. There is monetization for your skills. I'm still going to talk about that part, but I'm trying to let you know that if you think building your personal brand is not important, or has zero benefits, or is stressful, and you feel like you don't need it, I mean, I don't think there's anything called having too much money or too much visibility or too much recognition, because no matter what you do, you need the visibility. You need people to know you for who you are. You need people to identify what you do. You need people to speak up for you in rooms when you are not there. You need it. So there is so much benefit in building your personal brand, and monetization is an aspect that can keep you motivated. Because a lot of times you feel overwhelmed in building your personal brand, and the one thing that can keep you going is the fact that you know that you are not just showing up because everybody says build your personal brand, or personal branding is new oil money. You are showing up in building your personal brand because your account balance is pretty money. I just cannot wake up one morning and realize that, oh, I don't think I want to build my personal brand anymore. That's impossible. That's literally, it's not even going to happen for the next 20 years. It is not going to happen because I have tested being an employee, I've tested not building my personal brand. And my dear, I would recommend building your personal brand a million times over because the opportunities, the visibility, the income without stress that you're going to get is interesting to know that all of the skills that you have are going to be very much valued. That's the best word I can put to it. So when it comes to monetizing your personal brand, you would literally have to use your unfair advantage. That's like the soft life money, because there's soft life money and there's the regular income money of monetizing your personal brand. So the soft life money, your story is going to get you paid for literally just sharing your experience. That's one. Now, two, to the interesting part when it comes to using your skills and your services. So when it comes to monetization, there are tiers of how you can monetize your personal brand, right? So there's the low tier, there's the middle tier, and there's the high tier. So I choose to call it your low ticket offer, your middle ticket offer, and your high ticket offer. So monetizing your personal brand, again, I'm going to use a case study so that you'd understand how you can monetize your personal brand, irrespective of the skills, the career you have, whatever it is. Even though you don't have an experience, even though you are a newbie, you can still monetize your personal brand. So for people that are newbie and just starting out, I recommend doing free consultation sessions, or the best way I choose to describe people under the category of, oh, Stella, I'm just starting out. How do I monetize my personal brand? I mean, I don't have any social proof. How do people pay me for things that I don't have proof of work yet? It's as simple as that. Think about what you want people to pay you for. Low ticket offer. So your low ticket offer are things that do not take your time. Yeah, things that you can do maximum 60 minutes and people can get, your clients can get instant reward. Those are low ticket offer. And in the category of low ticket offer, you literally have your consultation calls, you have your ebooks, you have templates, you have strategy sessions, you have practically these four categories are your low ticket offer, because these are things that will not take your time, right? You could have a plug and play system, right? These are things that will not take your time, and these are things that when clients get in contact with them, they get instant reward. That's pretty much how your low ticket offer works. So when you identify your low ticket offer, create a free lead magnet, create a free offer where you can use to pull in testimonials for yourself. In the case of people that don't have testimonials, in the case of people that have not done this before and they want to monetize their personal brand even with as low as 500 followers, same thing I did with my client. We literally had less than 1,000 followers and we were able to monetize her personal brand. The first thing I told her to do was, what high ticket offer do you want a client to pay you for? Do you want a client to pay you $300 per hour or $500 per hour for a strategy session? If that is what you're aiming for, fine and good. Do you want a client to pay you $3,000 to handle their social media, or to pay you $3,000 for your skills per month, per 30 days? If that is your high ticket offer, fine and good. Then you have to streamline your high ticket offer, break it down into a low ticket offer, because the essence of breaking it down into a low ticket offer is so that you can gather so much testimonials and social proof that can be a lead magnet for your high ticket offer. That is how it works. Because when it comes to money, people need to trust you. And the only way they can trust you is if you have proof. Without proof, people cannot trust you. There is no two ways about it. You cannot, I have said this before, you cannot fake it till you make it when it comes to monetizing your personal brand, because people that work with you are always going to say things to other people that, oh, I just worked with this person. I didn't know she was like this, because I've seen this fly around a lot that, oh, I worked with this person. He or she did not give me the value of the money I paid for. I didn't know this is how this person's services are. You do not want a bad review, especially. You literally want people to experience you and come out with a good review and have people talking about you, because the more testimonials you have, the more good results and positive results you deliver for your clients, the more opportunities you get, because people refer people. That is how it works. People refer people. So you need to make sure that your high ticket offer, streamline it down to a low ticket offer. Like I said, a case study of, if you are looking to get a $3,000 client per month, and you know that, okay, this is how you're going to deliver your job, case you are hired or case a client comes to you, and you have to streamline that to a low ticket offer. So what is a low ticket offer that can give you a very quick testimonial? Because you've not gotten a client. Getting a high ticket client for that kind of amount would not be so easy without a testimonial, because people need proof. People need perceived value to be sure that you can handle that kind of money and deliver. So again, you need to streamline your high ticket offer into a low ticket offer. Let me use this case study of social media managers, VAs, and graphic designers for people that are in that category so that it can be understandable for everybody else. Then, when you start, say your high ticket offer is getting a $3,000 client per month per 30 days to manage their social media account, or £3,000 per 30 days to manage their social media account. Now, you need to create a low ticket offer where you give out strategy sessions to brands and clients, where you give out consultation calls to brand and clients, where you give out free social media audits. Now, it doesn't have to be free, but it could be a low ticket offer. Because you're targeting $3,000, you need to have a low. I'm not saying you should start small. No, have a low ticket offer. It could be $100, it could be $50, it could be $30. The only reason why you're having a low ticket offer is because you need social proof. Without social proof, you cannot bag a high ticket client. Same way it happens with positioning your personal brand to attract global opportunities. Without social proof, there are some opportunities you cannot attract. And the kind of brands you work with matters a lot. You'll be wondering why some specific persons are getting deals with reputable and global companies, banks, say Canvas, say Adobe, Planable, all these companies that are very reputable, that are literally billion-dollar companies. And you'll be wondering why there are different set of people that are not attracting global opportunities. And you're wondering, what is the difference? Social proof. Have you worked with any reputable brand before? Have you worked with any reputable client that can come out and say, oh, I worked with this person and this is what I achieved, and I can recommend this person even with eyes closed? Have you had that kind of testimonial before? You cannot go from small to high without social proof, because the money in the category of high ticket clients is a lot. And you would need a lot of trust. You would need a whole lot of positioning and perceived value to attain that. So, because you are trying to achieve your goal in a short period of time and monetize your personal brand, create something smaller than that can give your clients quick wins, and that can also help you retain those clients. Then use that as a positioning, use that as a social proof, use that as a case study, use that as a testimonial for the higher clients that you are aiming for. So another reason when it comes to monetizing your personal brand, and it feels like you're not getting the high ticket clients that you want, probably because you don't have a social proof. I think 80% of the time that's literally the reason. Probably you don't have a social proof. Because another way you can get high ticket clients, and in terms of monetizing your personal brand, is through referrals. Before you get referrals, people need to be sure that you have done the work. People need to be sure that you have pulled off this kind of service before, because now their reputation is going to be at stake. So you need to have social proof. And the way you can create social proof for monetizing your personal brand for high ticket clients is to offer free service, because nobody's going to know it was a free service. Would you tell them? No. Even though they know it was a free service, they would even be more, they'll see you as more credible, as somebody that, oh, you can actually offer free service and still deliver this great value. It means that, more like a psychological thing, what would not happen if I pay her? I'm going to get more value. That's pretty much how it works. So yeah, I've spoken right now for an hour in terms of positioning your personal brand, monetizing your personal brand. Please, if you have any questions, we have one more hour to go before this class ends. If you have any questions regarding monetizing your personal brand, positioning your personal brand, in terms of gaining visibility, whatever questions you have, I think right now I can see everybody's comments. Please leave your questions in the comment section so that I can take them directly and answer them as well. So that I can take them directly and answer them as well. So if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section so that I can take your questions and answer them and give you response right here and now. So you don't have to try to find a way to reach me after now. So instead that, aside that, I'm going to be taking questions that you guys asked in the form. So one person said, the one question that actually got my attention was the person that talked about being identified as a top UI UX designer, getting global awards and all of that. I mean, when it comes to niche services as graphic design, social media managers, um, UI UX designer, product designer, tech devs, and all of that, you guys are already niched. So you even have more advantage than founders that are running businesses that have 3 to 4 segments of their target audience, or CEOs that have like 3 to 4 segments of the clients they are trying to attract. That's different. If you are offering a skills based service, it's very easy for you to even position your personal brand because you just have one goal. You're just a UI UX designer. You don't have any other identity to yourself. So it's easy for you to even position yourself with clarity without having to double think, oh, how should I position myself? Because as a founder, I literally have 3 identities in my head right now that I am showing up as. I'm trying to show up as a founder person. I'm trying to show up as somebody that can build personal brands for company employees, for my fellow founders, for CEOs, and also find grants and VC investors for my startup. So you can see the whole lot of positioning I need to do as a founder because our identity is a lot. But then we need to find clarity with that. Okay, so let me take this question from Devo. Did I pronounce that right? I think so. So Dave said, how do you think techies can really thrive if it feels like VA's brand strategies are the ones that have a more marketable presence? I mean, techies also have a marketable presence as well. Doesn't have to be in the category of being a marketing person or being a VA or being a brand strategist. UI UX designers, product designers, software devs, you guys can still thrive in building your personal brand. In fact, I literally made a post on Twitter and I was looking for developers to work with in my startup because I need more developers. And I literally could not find anybody. I literally had to make a tweet that is it that there are no developers, not developers are building their personal brand? Oh, Dave, what category of techies are you referring to? Are you referring to people in the part of tech skills or non-code tech skills or techies in general? Okay, let me take this question. Okay, I think Dave says, I mean, how can core techies really thrive on LinkedIn? Okay, let me answer this in general sense as everybody in the category of being a tech person. Okay, cybersecurity. Okay, everybody being the category of a tech person. If you want to thrive on LinkedIn in building your personal brand, you would need to use the same positioning framework that I gave you. Like I said, you just still have one clarity identity, which is being a cybersecurity person, right? You don't have 2 identity, and your goal as being a cybersecurity person, which I know for the common or for the cybersecurity people I know personally, their common goal is usually to get more of remote international jobs, which I know cyber security pays a lot, which is pretty much all of you go. Then your identity clarity is still being a cybersecurity person. There is no other identity you have. Then your positioning. Now you have to streamline your goal. You want to attract global job opportunities that pays in USD, that gives you 401k, that gives you signing bonus and all of that. You have to. Okay, so I got a very interesting question from Belize. So yeah, so for when it comes to cybersecurity, Devil, I really hope you're listening. So you understand that this positioning framework works for everybody. It's not just for techies in terms of VA and product designers and stuff. It works for every category, even though you're a project manager or you're a agile scrum master and all of those things I used to see on LinkedIn. But then in your category of being a cybersecurity person, your positioning framework is still the same. Your goal, your clarity, your positioning in this case is your content. What kind of content are you going to be posting that you know that if a company sees the content, or if an HR sees this content, or if somebody that's starting out of cybersecurity sees this content, they'll be inclined to you because your content is not just for you alone. Your content is in 3 categories: for the target audience, the clients you're trying to attract, for the community you're trying to build, and for the people you're trying to aspire, because you're trying to build impact as well. So you need to aspire people to become better. So these are the categories your content should fall under. If your content is not attracting clients, if you're not posting content to attract clients, to position as an authority in the security niche, and to build a community that aspire people that are upcoming in the cybersecurity niche. I really do not know what you're doing in terms of content you're posting. So, Devo, I'm going to take this so that you understand. Your positioning frameworks, your positioning framework is still the same. Your goal, your clarity, your positioning, then your perceived value. Your perceived value is your target audience. How do you want them to perceive you? Do they want to perceive you as somebody that is just starting out in his cybersecurity journey, or somebody that has 5 years of experience, have worked with several brands, understands every tool inclined, and all of that? So I hope that answers your question, Devo. Yeah, so that you understand how to position your personal brand as a cybersecurity person. And I think I actually have a client that we've been talking for about 4 months. We've not completed yet, and he's a cybersecurity person as well. So yeah, Devo, that helps too. So this interesting question came from a founder. Belize is actually a founder, and she said, "Hey Stella, I made an app for free and I want to ask, when should I add a paid tier? I fear people will be annoyed to pay for something they once had for free." So I'm also a founder. So I'm going to answer this question with so much honesty and the experience I've had working with other founders and being a founder now myself. So I'll tell you this for free. Yeah. Either you make your service, your app, free for a period, maximum 30 days. It should not be more than 30 days. It should not be, because you need to get paid users as fast as possible. You know why? Because paid users would actually give you the clarity that you need in making your startup, your app better. Because as a free user, I don't think you would value my feedback, or I don't think I would be more obligated to give you a feedback, or why, oh, I think you should add this feature, or this feature should not be there, or this button is not working. I would feel it's none of my business. You built an app, you gave me access for free, fine and good. I use it. If I like it, fine. If I don't like it, goes up to you. But if I had paid for that app, even if it's as little as $10 or $5, even 20 or 50 or $100, and I noticed that the profile button is not working, or your app is hanging, I would send an email to the support team and say, "Oh, please, support team, I can't click on my profile. Something is not working. Can we add a new feature? Can we add a calendar link? Can we add a notification button where I get notification for," because I know the app base is building anyways. So can we get a notification whereby we whenever we schedule our tasks for the week, we receive a notification in our email with a detailed summary um of our tasks and to-do list for the day or for the week, or we get like a performance report at the end of the week. I'm not going to tell you all of these things for free, because I did not pay you for it, or rather, I did not give you my money for it. But if I actually pay for it and something is not working the way I want it to work, I would be obligated to reach out to you. Either I know you, the founder, personally, or to reach out to your support, I'll reach out to your customer support, I'll reach out to your HR, anybody I know that I can get to your company to let you know that the service I paid for is not giving me the value I want. And you need those kind of customers, because those are the kind of customers that will quickly pivot your brand, your app, from being an MVP to getting to an actual stage. Because free users would not give you that feedback that you're looking for. I'm currently building my startup, and I only made it free for the first 30 days. Free in the sense that the courses were not even free. The courses were back end, that's people in my community already that have had access to my previous cohort and masterclass, not for the general public, right? But then currently I'm making it a paid um course, but then there's going to be a discount. It's not going to be the actual price until the normal official launch. This is just like the beta launch of the website. So yes, Belize, you need to make it free. Free because you need more people to use it. So that's just like credibility for your app to say, okay, we built an MVP and at least you had 30 users or 30 subscribers or 100 people on our wait list. So you need to make it free, maximum 30 days. I really don't think you should exceed 30 days, because within those 30 days, you still have people that have used your app for free and will still give you genuine and honest feedback on how to make it better. But still within those 30 days, you as the founder, you know that there's some things you need to make better. Probably watching your competitors or looking at other people or looking at how the interaction is going on the back end of your app, after the 30 days, you need to make your app paid. Please make it paid no matter how little, because people value the things they pay for. People value the things that they put their money into. Once people pay $5 to access your app and they realize something is not happening right, something is not working right, they are going to reach out to you to tell you what is not working. And those feedback is what you need. Because as a founder, I understand that feedbacks is what makes your MVP better than the official launch of your website or your app that is going to grow as you keep pivoting. But if you don't even, if you build your MVP and you're not even getting the feedback that is going to pivot your MVP into the better version of your app, how would you grow? So I hope that answers your question, Belize. So at least give your app a timeline of 30 days, make it free, and let everybody know it's free for 30 days. So anybody that wants to plug in should plug in. Anybody that wants to join the waitlist should join the waitlist so that they can have access to it. After that, it's paid. Even if it's at least at $5 or $1, just let there be a financial commitment to your app so that you can get an actual feedback from people that actually have made financial commitments to using your app. And that's the fastest way you can actually grow and build as a founder. Aside the fact that building your personal brand will also help you to get users and also attract VC clients and grants and all of the funding that you need as well. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Belize. So yeah, please keep your questions coming. I'm going to, so right now I think I'm going to share my screen. Yes, I can. So right now I'm going to share my screen to show you guys how our current Estelle website looks like. Okay, I think I already have it here. Okay, so if you can see my screen currently, please let me know you can see my screen. Please let me know in the comment section if you can see my screen. Oh, I think I can. Please let me know in the comment section if you can see my screen. If you can't see my screen, please let me know as well. Can you guys see my screen? Oh, okay. Okay, Baileys, please let me know if you can see my screen. We can't. You should now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you very much. So this is Estelle website that we've been building in such a way that I don't have to be speaking to a million clients a day just because I want to help as everybody as much as possible to build their personal brand. So I have decided to build this website in such a way that everybody can have access to it because I'm on a mission to build 1 million plus personal brands. And I can only do that if I can reach as many people as possible. And the only way I can do that is building a website, making it a startup. Thereby, it's not just about me, but it's about everybody else that is going to, that wants to build their personal brand and become a legacy and tell their story and get visibility and get clients and become an authority and build influence in their niche. So when it comes to Estelle currently, you can see that our the goal of Estelle is to help you build your personal brand that becomes a legacy. Because everything we are doing right now is to make sure that it outlives us. We can tell of people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Elon Musk, people like Jeff Bezos, they've told their story. That's why it feels like they are they are so much of a public figure. It's not because of their achievement, because I bet you there are so many hidden people that have achieved more than Steve Jobs or Elon Musk and all. But the reason we don't know them is because they've not told their story. For Nigerians, we can all relate to this that I'm going to say right now. I think one of the prominent public figures we have in Nigeria is Otedola, and he just wrote a book regarding his life. That, and if Otedola did not write that book, I probably wouldn't have known that he was bankrupt, or he probably was delisted from Forbes list. So telling your story is the only way your brand can outlive you, whereby you don't have to earn $1 million or you don't have to be on Forbes list before people know your story. No, we are changing that with the education of personal branding. Everybody has a story to tell, and everybody has experiences that can shape the next generation of people. We only need you to learn how to build your personal brand to become a legacy. Because right now, legacies are fading. The only legacy of people we know right now are people that are celebrities. So, what about the people that generally have built a life of so many experience, have built a life of great value? What happens to their story? Just because they are not on Forbes list or they are not on the front cover of a reputable magazine like Vogue or something means their story is not worth telling. No, everybody's story is worth telling, because everybody personal brand is what's becoming a legacy for the coming generation. Because currently, I've literally been on LinkedIn for a long time, and I've watched people's personal brand. In fact, there's a woman that I have been following. She's a very good mic host. She literally posted her story of how she was a single mother, and it gave me so much hope for the fact that this woman that I look up to, she has about 13 experience in speaking, in public speaking. This woman that I look up to, that I thought, oh, her life was so perfect. This is somebody that's actually coming out to tell us her story, that it is not all rosy and bosy. She has her own personal life to deal with. She has failures that she had to deal with, but then she was able to overcome all of this. And now her story is a motivation to me. Is the woman of Forbes? No. Is she on the front cover of Vogue magazine? No. Is she on the world richest woman in the world? No. Is she listed as the richest self-made entrepreneur? No. But what is she doing currently? Her story and building her personal brand is already impacting generations like me, and is already setting a footprint as a legacy brand. So building your personal brand is beyond you thinking about, oh, I have to become a celebrity first or have to become an influencer. No, you don't need all of that. The only thing you need is learn the right education of personal branding, tell your story, gain practical skills, and literally watch the world know you for who you are and for the values and skills you have to offer. So that is pretty much why my team and I are building Estelle. And we have pretty much built the first version of Estelle, which is what you're seeing currently. And we have two plans that we are giving out Estelle with 5% discount, anyways. So literally, you're going to see by tomorrow, everybody's going to have access to this website and be able to sign up to the website. But then this is practically what you're going to see for now. Who we are as Estelle, what we are building. We're literally helping you tell your story to become an expert, become a thought leader, earn valuable credentials. And you would also get certificates if you choose to learn on Estelle. And one of the interesting things that I decide to do is that when it comes to the courses on Estelle, I grouped them because personal branding is a journey. Personal branding is not just about showing up showing up to attract clients or gain visibility. Personal branding is a journey. You need to identify your fair advantage. You need to gain clarity. You need to know how to position your personal brand before you start aiming for visibility. Because if you don't have clarity and you're aiming for visibility, when the visibility comes, what are you going to do with it? That's why you see some people, they will literally go viral, and the next moment, nothing monetary, they will earn 0 naira from that virality. And there are people that are not even going viral, but then because of the clarity and positioning they have, they're still earning a lot more than people that are going viral every 2 days. So before you try to say, oh, Stella, I want visibility, I want lots of engagement, I want people to know me, what exactly do you want people to know you for? Because if it's to get visibility, you can get visibility. I can guarantee you that you will get the visibility, you will get the high engagement. But when all of those attention comes to you, to what channel and funnel are those attention going to? So that is why I grouped the courses on this um Estelle website into basic and premium, right? So if you're going to go for the basic plan, which is 35,000 naira for lifetime access, and you have access to AI tools and templates that can and frameworks that can help you build your personal brand, going for the basic plan simply means that you don't have clarity yet in your personal branding. You don't have positioning yet. You're trying to identify your advantage. You're trying to identify your goal, meaning that you're trying to understand who you are as a person before aiming for visibility, before trying to attract clients, before trying to position yourself as an authority. Go for the basic plan, right? So going for the basic plan would allow you to understand who you are, understand what your personal brand is about, understand you should build with clarity. Because, like I said, without a goal, without clarity, you definitely cannot achieve anything. You will literally be showing up every day consistently, and you'll be wondering why you're not attracting clients. You're wondering why you're not getting awards. You're wondering why you're not getting global opportunities. And yes, before I move on, you guys tell me congratulations. I literally just got an invite to host a mixer event on Saturday, and I'm also going to pitch. I think this should be my first live pitch for Estelle on Saturday. So yes, please guys give me a round of applause. I'm doing a lot as a founder, and as well trying to give all of you free information as well. So yeah, if you're going to go for the basic plan, which is 35,000 naira, this plan is only for those that are trying to figure out their positioning, trying to gain clarity with their brand, and also trying to identify their unfair advantage. That is where the basic plan comes in. But if you have already figured out your clarity, you have already figured out your positioning, and you already know what you want. Now you want the visibility, you want everybody to know you. You even want to appear on AI search, because for those that have been following me for a while, I literally made a content about how I position my personal brand on AI. So you literally go on Gemini AI and ask Gemini AI, who is the best personal brand strategist? AI is going to mention my name. This is not to brag, but I know the work I did. I know the work I put in to actually have my personal brand pop up as one of the best that AI would recommend to anybody looking for a personal brand strategist. That is what we call AI and SEO LinkedIn visibility. And I only did that with using my LinkedIn content. I don't have a personal website. I've not been featured on a news outlets before. I have not been featured on any blog before. I've not been featured on any, because when you feature on blogs and news outlets, it gives you more visibility when it comes to search engine. I have none of that, but yet I was still able to rank number one on AI and still able to rank number one on Google as well, because there are a million selling also on LinkedIn, on Google. But yes, if you go on LinkedIn, Google right now and you type my name, I will literally be taking up the first. I think out of the 10 spaces on the front page, I think I have occupied 6 already. I'm looking to occupy every front page on Google before the end of this year. And that is literally going to come from my positioning and my AI LinkedIn visibility framework using my LinkedIn content alone. That's why I said your positioning is beyond your LinkedIn content. You need to show up strategically, because your LinkedIn content can put you on the global scale. It's beyond what you think you're doing. Again, going for the premium plan, which is about 210,000 naira, I think there's a 5% discount, so you'll be getting it for 200,000 naira or $200, and it's a lifetime access. You would have access to AI tools, because I also have some GPTs that I use. I think I'll share with you guys on this call to show you how my GPT works. So I have GPTs that I use that help me come up with content ideas. I never run out of content ideas, and it's no news. I mean, I've been showing up constantly for about 7 months now, and I have been posting consistently on LinkedIn. That's because I have GPTs that guide me. I have systems and frameworks. So when you go from the premium plan, you're going to have one-to-one access with me, because paying for the premium plan means you're going to add it to a specific group that we're going to have monthly one-to-one call with me, So instead of you paying for my normal 60 minutes consultation call for $50 or 50,000 naira or £50, you're literally going to be getting that one-to-one call with me for just $200, and yet you're going to be getting 10 courses regarding AI and SEO LinkedIn visibility, monetizing your personal brand, knowing strategies on how to get lead generation, strategies on how to attract clients, strategies on how to build your personal brand to attract global opportunities. All of this is what you'll be getting when you pay from the premium plan, and strategies on how to convert clients using just your personal brand. So if you go on the group chat right now, for those that are on the group chat, and I'm pretty sure everybody on this call is on the group chat, I have dropped the. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh, you can't see my screen, Vivian. Can you see my screen now? Vivian, can you see my screen? So I just dropped the. Till now, you can't see my screen, but on my end, I can see my screen. Please let me know if you guys can see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, just tap yes, I can see your screen. Because I can see myself. I'm also using my phone, so I know that you guys are following. If you can see my screen, please let me know you can see my screen. Please leave a yes, I can see your screen in the comments so that we can continue. Okay, Bailey said yes. Hey, Vivian, I think it's your network because Bailey said she can see my screen. So I think it's your network, Vivian. You might have to like rejoin and join back so that you can see my screen. Yeah, you might have to rejoin and join back. Okay, so Esther said she can see my screen. So Favor, I guess it's your network. Favor, I guess it's your network. Okay then. Yeah, Vivian, it's your network. Probably it's your network. So yeah, this is what you're going to get when you pay for the premium plan, which is about $200 or 200,000 naira. And this is a lifetime access. This is not something you're paying per month or for 6 months. This is a lifetime access. You're having lifetime access to 10 courses on our personal branding course for the premium plan. And if you pay 35,000 naira, or since we're giving, because of everybody on this call, I'm giving a 5% discount to access the courses just for today, a 5% discount. And after this call, and that 5% discount is only for 5 persons. I'm only giving out to 5 persons on this call to pay for either the basic plan or the premium plan. But I would advise you to pay for the premium plan because you're getting a whole lot more value on the premium plan than the basic plan. So if you're thinking, why should I pay for the personal branding courses on Estelle? Why should I do it? I mean, for this free masterclass alone, we already had more than people from 10 plus countries around the world are currently on that group chat that you are in. People from over 10 countries are on the group chat. So, and I think I even need to update this because we should be around 15 countries now that have learned with us, that I have taught personal branding over the past 5 months consistently. So if you're thinking, why should you take the course? Think about how many times you have to be paying for my cohorts, for my mentorship, for my strategy session, for my masterclass. How much are you spending when you can pay once and have access to every single thing I am going to teach you over the course of time? And you don't have to keep paying every single time. So if you want to become an influence, which everybody wants to become an influence, these personal branding courses are for you. You can learn at your pace. You have access to me. You can also have lifetime access to the courses. You can pause and play the courses whenever you want because they are strictly video content. There are also graphical content in it. There are quizzes you can take. There are frameworks that can help you optimize your profile. There are AI tools as well. And again, this premium plan has about, I think, four GPTs that's AI tools that are added to this premium plan. So this premium plan is called premium plan for a reason, because you have access to 10 courses, you have access to frameworks, you have access to AI tools that can help you not run out of contents, that can help you optimize your profile. You have access to me and the rest of other personal brand coach that are working with Estelle in terms of one-to-one session, which is premium. These are people that on a normal day you would pay a lot of money to have access to them, but with just 200,000 naira, you're going to have lifetime access. When I mean lifetime access to them, lifetime access to not just me, but also the personal brand coaches that I have on Estelle. I mean, think of the best of your best personal brand coaches on LinkedIn. Just know that they're on board. Yeah. Then you also have mentorship, because a lot of people will say, oh, Stella, if I pay for this course, it's just going to be me learning on my own. No. If you pay for the basic plan, it's just going to be you learning on your own, because you have to figure out yourself on your own. But if you're paying for the premium plan, you're having access to me, having access to our tutors, you're going to be having one-on-one sessions with me, all part of the premium plan, which is going for 200,000 naira at a discount price of 5% discount, or $200 at a discount price. And this is only for 5 people on this call. Once we hit our 5 people target on this call, I am closing the discount and it goes back up to the normal price, and we will officially put it out for every other person to join. So everybody on this call is already getting exclusive offer for joining this personal branding masterclass and being the first access users to our courses on Estelle. And you know, when you're part of the first users, you would get a lot of benefits. That's what works. I mean, if you pay for the premium plan, you probably be getting a lot more than just one-to-one access with me. You'll be getting a whole lot more than that. So take this opportunity as serious as possible. I mean, I cannot say everything I know about personal branding in this masterclass. I mean, we've been here for almost 2 hours now, and I've not even scratched the surface. I've not even talked about how to attract clients with your personal brand. I've not talked about how to gain visibility. I've not talked about how to gain engagement. I've not talked about how to use your content to also position yourself, because I've only talked about the general framework. I've not streamlined it down to using your content. I have not streamlined it down to using your profile. All of these things are a lot. Personal branding is a journey. It's not something I can compress into a 2-hour masterclass. It is a whole lot of journey. So that is why I decided to use this medium of putting everything into a course. I mean, 30 minutes, and the learnings are short. So for people that say, oh, I do not want to learn for a long period of time, I don't have time to learn for a long time, you don't have to be worried about that, because I also realized that most people don't like to learn for a long period of time. So I broke them down into 30 minutes courses. So you don't have to spend so much time. And you're also going to earn a certificate at the end of this. When you take a course, you're also going to earn a certificate, right? So all of these things is what you're getting for just 200,000 naira, not for the price of 210,000 naira that you're seeing currently. After today, it's going to go back to the normal price. Then the 300,000 naira price is for organizations. That's like a different package. So if you are ready to pay right now, hurry up and make your payments. I have sent the link in the comment section, so you can click on it and make your payments for the courses. And again, you are not just making these payments just because Stella asked you to make the payment, or Stella is trying to sell her course on her website, or trying to convert you to a paid user just because she's hosting a free masterclass. Think about the information, the knowledge that you have gotten from the free optimization class we had for just an hour. Now think about all of the information and free knowledge you've gotten from just spending 2 hours with me. Then think about having a lifetime access with me. You know the kind of information you're going to get, unlimited, just because you're going to have a lifetime access to me. Now think about when you don't just have lifetime access to me alone, because like I said, every single personal brand strategist has their unfair advantage and has their own knowledge. Now imagine when you combine my knowledge, my experience, my value with 3 other best of the best personal brand strategists out there. you know the amount of value you are getting. So every single goal you have, you want visibility, you want high engagement, you want global opportunities, you want awards, you want to be known as the best, and you want to build an authority in your niche, you want to be known as the go-to person in your career. You need to go for the premium class, because the premium course, you'd have access to 10 courses on client converting framework, courses on AI and SEO positioning. Because, like I said, your positioning does not just about LinkedIn. Your positioning has to do with AI and SEO as well. And you can just do this using your LinkedIn content. Not everybody knows about it. Not everybody even knows how to do it. Because I can't share all of that in 2 hours. It's a lot. In fact, even if you stay here for 5 hours, all of the things that I have put in all of these courses, there are about 25 courses on this website currently. I cannot share all of them, even if I decide to make this masterclass a 5 hour free masterclass. I will not still be able to share every single knowledge I have on positioning your personal brand, monetizing your personal brand, gaining visibility, gaining global opportunity. I cannot compress everything to a 5 hour free masterclass. It still won't work. So that's why I had to think and ask God for direction. How else can I help everybody? Because this is me trying to help everybody. If not, I would have made my knowledge exclusive to only people that pay for my masterclass or people that pay for my cohorts. And imagine how many times you have to keep paying for that. So that's why I decided to make this a learn at your pace courses. You have access to 10 courses on several categories of monetization, visibility, engagement, AI tools that you will not find anywhere, because nobody will give you their AI tools for free. These are agents that we built single-handedly specifically for your personal brand. We built this, my team and I, we built these AI tools, and these are my personal GPTs that I use for my own personal brand that I have been using to land global opportunities, basically from building my personal brand on LinkedIn. So if you have not locked into this opportunity right now, I think one person has paid right now. So we have 4 opportunities left. So 4 opportunities left, and we are no longer going to be taking the discount is no longer going to be available for this night anymore till when we launch officially on Thursday, which is we are going to launch at the actual price. So we have one payment down already, 4 more payments to go. So if you are serious about building your personal brand, if you're serious about showing up, make sure you pay for these courses, because they are not just going to help you in monetizing your personal brand or positioning your personal brand. They are also going to give you access to me, access to AI tools that can help you, access to positioning frameworks that can help you achieve your personal brand goals. So subscribing to these courses would actually give you every single thing you need to know. You don't have to be bothered that, oh, because a lot of persons say today, oh, they were in church, they could not attend the masterclass. And again, I'm not sure if this masterclass is recorded. So imagine if it's not recorded, what is going to happen? You will literally lose all of the value that you have gotten from this masterclass already. But then you have a place where you can access these courses and learn at your pace. Come back even 6 months later, and these courses are still there for you to access. But then there'll be upgraded versions of it, definitely. But imagine having courses where you learn at your pace. You can ask me questions on anything you don't understand. I'm always going to be accessible to you 24/7. You get free access to me, free access to your tutors, all for a minimum price of 200,000 naira and 35,000 naira for the basic plan. So this is like the best opportunity you can give to yourself. 2026 is less than how many days? Less than 21 days, if I'm not wrong. So this is one investment you need to make to build your personal brand. People are already locking in opportunities. People are already locking in brand deals for next year that have not even started. So you cannot be sitting on the fence and be thinking, oh, I don't need this now. I'm going to wait till next year. January, I'll do New Year, New Me. My dear, before you do New Year, New Me, some of us have already done 90 days into the year already. We've already achieved our quarter 1 goal. You're still trying to do New Year, New Me, when you should be already achieving, going 50% into achieving your New Year goals. So make sure you take heed of this offer. Make sure you subscribe to our courses. Make sure you pay to our courses. So right now, I'm not giving anybody access to sign up directly on the platform. I'm only showing you guys because you guys are like the first users exclusive that have access to these courses. But then once you pay for it, you'll be given access to the course directly. So that's why I sent the payment link differently on a different note. Once you pay for it, you'd have access to the course differently. And hopefully, again, this call is recorded. I'm going to send the recording to everybody's email after this class. I'm going to check if the platform obviously recorded the call, and I will send the recording to everybody after this class. So aside that, please keep your questions coming. I think we have about 10 minutes to the end of this class. And for those that stay to the end, I'm going to give you guys a one-on-one 60 minutes personal brand strategy consultation with me. So if you're still here till now, please leave in the comment section, I am here, I am here. Let me know you're still here. I'm going to pick two people from the comment section that will have a free one-to-one strategy call with me, and I would also give them free access to the basic plan of our courses. So if you're still here, please leave I am here in the comment section. For those that are still here with us, please leave I am here in the comment section. So if you're still here with us, please leave I am here in the comment section so I'll know that you are still here with us. So yeah, so pretty much okay. Vivian says she's here. Amazing, amazing. So I'm going to open this for 10 minutes before we end today's live session, and we'll call it a day for today. And pretty much, sadly, this is going to be the only free access anybody's going to have of me for this personal branding session. And again, if you're still wondering, oh, are there people that have had testimonials regarding working with me? Have they achieved anything? I have had a lot of clients that I have worked with, and they have sealed deals. They have gotten, Gifts is actually somebody that is the current social media manager of Mainstack, and she has a 9 to 5, and yet she was still able to build her personal brand from 800 to 1,000 followers. And within building from 800 to 1,000 followers, she secured speaking gigs. She got a job inbound lead referral. She had 5 calls booked all within the space of 30 days with less than 1,000 followers. So I really do not know what other um testimonial you want me to give to you for you to know that this is not something you need to miss. This is not something you need to miss, because I am not going to have another free any personal branding masterclass ever again. When I mean ever, ever, because my price is going up. My price is going up. So this is the only situation where you can get free access to me. I get access to my community as well for free, because anybody that registers from the premium course gets access to my community as well, because there's going to be a community for people that have free access. So if you're still thinking, should I wait? Does she have testimonials? You know my LinkedIn profile. Go to my LinkedIn profile. I post my client testimonials a lot, and they identify themselves. They're not people that are hidden under the rock. They are people that you know. So these are courses that will help you. They have helped me. Again, I'm trying to make you know that your follower count does not matter, because I am pulling a lot of weight with just 6,000 followers. So imagine the kind of things or opportunities I'm going to attract when I eventually get to 50,000 followers. Think about it, do the math, because the math has to match at this point. The math has to it has to match at this point. If having 6,000 followers and less than 1,000 followers can get you this level of opportunity and positioning, imagine what having 50,000 followers can get you. Exactly. So you need to build your personal brand. And again, we have less than 7 minutes till I close up this opportunity of picking. Did I say one or two? Okay, 2 persons. Yeah, 2 persons. Okay, I'm going to do 2 persons. So just type you are here in the comment section. Um Favor, please, can you give an announcement in the general group as well? Let them know that I am giving us a free access to our personal branding courses, so that people that are not here would not miss out on this opportunity. So let them know as well. So for those that had indicated that they are still here. Please, if you're here, exactly. So Vivian has always been part of my first cohort. Vivian was there, and she got a client in 7 days. I mean, like I said, my clients don't hide themselves. I don't say these things, and you're wondering who are the people that are talking about. They are very evident. They identify themselves. They are very loud. They are humans that you relate with, and there are people that will come out and tell you this is it because it works. It works for me. It has worked for my clients. It's working for people that they just come to me and they say, "Oh, Stella, I need your help," and I just give them free strategies, and it works for them. So imagine what all of this information will do to you when you actually subscribe to these courses, where you have access to me, you have access to all of my knowledge, you have access to all of my AI tools, you have access to all of my free resources, all in one place. Exactly. So if you have not made your payments up to now, we have only 3 slots going, and we have less than 5 minutes to the end of this call. So make sure to make your payments and have access to these tools before the end of this class. So make sure you make payments before the end of this class to enjoy our discounts. So like I said, we have 5 more minutes to the end of this call. So if you are still here, please let me know that you are here. If you are still here, let me know that you are here before the end of this call. I will announce the winners on the group chat so that everybody would know. I think how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that is 8 people. All right. So I'm going to announce the winners on the group, and I'll give 2 people access to one-on-one consultation with me, and 2 people will have access to the basic plan on the STEL courses. So if you've not made your payment up to now, please do so. The link to make your payments is in the comments, is in the description. So make sure to do that. All right, guys. If you have any other question regarding monetizing your personal brand, please do that in the group chat. I will try to respond to you. Aside that, we've come to the end of our LinkedIn Live session today. We've come to the end of our personal branding session today. Not LinkedIn Live, please. I'm used to hosting LinkedIn Lives. That's why I'm saying LinkedIn Live a lot. We've come to the end of our personal brand strategy session today. It's nice having you all here. So I'll see you guys, and I'll pick people from this call. I'll announce on the group chat. Let me take a screenshot so I don't forget. Yeah. So bye everyone.